what's happening? I'm Zanzi. Welcome back to your Feel Good show. Emphasis on good because everything has actually been better than good, especially after this artiste has stepped into the building. We're talking about South African vocalist Damien in the building, who is stepping into a bold new chapter, focusing on building a powerful live sound and creating unforgettable performance experiences. Now, with a strong voice and a clear vision, he's an artist on the rise, and he's here with us to catch up on the next phase of his career and what it's all about. But before we even get into this talent, let's take a look at a song called Te Laat.
Als de hond verbrandt zijn mond, spreekt de zang weer luid. Als ik maar niet geweet het wat ik als verloor aan jou. Ik het geweet als je mij weer ziet, tussen vreemdeling in die straat. Zal ik jou bedragen, ze geheim in mijn nachten onthoud. Het was koud en op mijn eigen. Jij was warm in mijn kaart.
Oh, it's...
My girlfriend.
Hang on, we're back live here. Myself and Damien actually talking about the video right now. And he's talking to me about all the action that went on behind the scenes. So firstly, bro, let's say good morning to Damien officially.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good to have you. I know we're so excited. We even forgot that we were on live TV.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what you were mentioning just off air there with regards to this video. Why was it so tricky for you?
So the whole idea of the music video was like, because it resembles Lost and, you know, someone close to you. And the whole team had a vision of this person.
Yeah.
And this person was one of my friends, close friends. You know, the typical blonde, because the reason why I didn't use my girlfriend, because we've both got brown hair. So she looks like my sister, you know?
Whoa, okay,
So we had to go like a blonde total contrast.
For expression purposes,
Yes.
yeah, storytelling.
But in the music video, we had to have chemistry with one another. So I had to touch her hand, touch her leg, but that wasn't the worst part. My girlfriend was actually doing the behind-the-scenes shots.
She was on, oh my gosh, bro.
And she did the makeup for both myself and...
Wow, what a challenge.
Yeah.
And she handled it very well?
She did. She was just standing behind the food court, just, you know, getting away, just like, listen up, I'm not going to look at this.
But Damien, you know what this tells me? Apart from being a funny story, it speaks to me about the maturity and the focus that you have with the intention you're putting into the scene.
Exactly.
And that right there tells me that you know what you are trying to focus on and where you are going, especially with this new era of Damien Beer. How would you describe it based on your journey so far and this new energy that you've collected?
Yeah, Damien, wow, I'm like the brand Damien itself, myself. Going forward now, we took like a very different approach from the commercial Afrikaans, because that's mainly what we focus on as the Afrikaans community. Soon we're going to go to the English community, more international, so I'm very happy about that.
Nice,
so I just need to convince the label a little bit, but then we're safe.
Into that transition, that's exciting, yeah.
But I mean, for me, myself, I'm at the best that I can feel I'm at the moment. Not just, you know, vocally, but also spiritually and myself. Because, I mean, without God, there's no me. You know what I mean? So I feel I'm growing into that part of myself that I love. And that's the new venture and chapter that I'm living myself into.
I love that because you're not just living freely now, you're unlocking your true potential.
Exactly.
Which is the most exciting thing about this. And when I look at it, it's so pertinent to what you're talking about when you're looking at the music you're trying to create. It's not just music you want people to listen to. You want them to experience it.
Exactly.
Talk to me about this, man.
I want to be on. I always call it a Beyoncé moment. So if
A
you sit
Beyoncé
in the
moment,
car,
yeah?
You want to scream this song. So it doesn't matter what it is. You want to scream, you want to sing, you want to dance to it. And I think that is the main thing that I want to do across the platforms that I have, is raising the voice for the people that doesn't have a voice, but doing it through music, because music breaks barriers and languages, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, it resonates in ways that you can't even imagine, and it brings people together in such impactful ways.
Exactly, and the thing is, with my music at the moment, you know, there's people commenting on my YouTube and TikTok saying, you know, like, don't understand the language, but vibe check. That's what I want, is you want to check that vibe, even though you don't understand it. So it's just having that feel-good moment.
Makes absolute sense. And now the fact is that you don't want to have this feel-good moment on your own.
No.
You're looking to grow the brand.
Yes.
And I believe Damien Beer is starting a band.
Yes,
That's
we are
the goal.
looking. Yeah.
What are we
We are
looking
looking.
for? Talk to the people at home as well, because this is like a call to action to get like an incredible
Exactly.
bunch of peeps together, right?
Exactly. So what I want to do essentially is, if you're listening, you're a drummer, or you're just starting out, and we're launching this project, so it's still in the beginning phase. We're still kind of figuring things out. But we want people that connect with one another. So you're not going to be chosen if you're the best drummer in the world. You're going to be chosen if you fit the vibe, if you go like, I'm vibing with you, or you're vibing with me, because essentially we have to have that chemistry on stage. Of
course, yeah.
We have to understand one another. And I think that is kind of the whole idea, is giving the platforms for the people, that's not necessarily the best, but, has the vibe. Because I was there once upon a time.
Ah, man, I can't think of a better way to come on live TV and talk to you, Mzansi, and say, this man's looking for a performer, he's looking for a band, and he's looking for people to join his crew. So if it sounds like you, well then, maybe slide in on the DMs. Slide in on the DMs. We'll have every reason to know exactly why, because this man's going to be forming in just a bit. But before he does, G-Man's got something special.